big dog. Yeah, back down. Did almost 10 years, you know. Thought I wasn't gonna get out. You see me on this couch.
Big Mike, what you on, gang?
Shit cooling, man. Just, you know, trying to give everybody what they want.
Yeah.
Y'all want to hear from me. I waited a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm on that though.
Yeah, not only is this a DJUTV exclusive, a Chiracology exclusive, this is a worldwide premiere.
You know that?
Cause I did my little research and I couldn't find no other interview, not no jail interview, no phone interview. You feel me?
I want with niggas. I want with niggas.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to get rich. Shit, I'm trying to get rich too.
That's a fact.
So that's what we on.
Well, as far as Chicago drill stories are concerned, I done heard a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? We done had a plethora of them here, right here on this couch.
Right.
But before we go any further, I think this might be one of the hardest, one of the craziest, one of the, you know what I mean?
That's what it is.
I think this might be one of the biggest.
That's what it is.
Hey, man.
You know that.
We ain't gonna waste no more time. Big Mike, tell us where you from.
I'm from the old man, born and raised, man. That's really my shit. You feel me? A lot of us, you know, claiming they from over there and shit. Well, nowhere around when I was in there. Like me and my brothers come from dirt in there. You know, they just branched off. I've been in that bitch my whole life. Like it ain't not one person in that bitch don't know my name. Like for sure. Like old ladies, little kids, any motherfucker.
So when you say that, we talking about O Block, correct?
O Block, Wig City, Parkway Gardens.
Whatever you call it.
Well, all the names it used to be before it was O Block.
For sure. So can you tell us what it was like for yourself growing up in O Block?
I mean, at first, it was, you know, like in school and shit like that, like I always was a badass little nigga. Like everybody used to be like, man, Diane, go get your son. He doing this, he doing that. And then as she got to having the other boys, it was like, it was over with. Like we started running through that bitch. We was in fights like almost every day, getting suspended from school almost like every day. Teachers calling my mama almost every day. You know what I'm saying? Getting suspended one shit, you know. She got to come up to the school. She beating her ass. But growing up in that bitch, it was just like, you know, everybody be saying like, you got a choice. But what if we ain't know about that choice? You feel me? Like, ain't none of us know we had no choice because we was going off of what we was seeing. Shit. We wasn't in the crib watching no motherfucking TV, watching basketball and shit like that. We was watching what them niggas doing on that block. You feel me? So growing up, it was rough though. You feel me? My mama, she was a single mama and shit like that. You feel me? She was raising all of us, trying to feed us, put clothes on our backs and shit, you know what I'm saying? And we used to run through the hood just beating on niggas and we used to be dirty and shit. But niggas used to think we was dirty because my mama was fucked up. But the whole time my mama wasn't fucked up. We was dirty because we always get our shit dirty because we ain't kept. You know what I'm saying? And this, we come in the crib, she like, oh, bitch, you want to get them clothes dirty? I ain't buying you no more. Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
So it sound like you grew up with a single mother?
Yeah, like, you know, at first, like my pops, he was like in and out of shit like that, like, cause he wasn't living where we was living at and shit. But he was coming around and shit like that, like he was trying to, you know, come in and try to discipline them off. Like I wasn't trying to hear that shit.
How many brothers and sisters you got?
Shit, on my mama's side, I got 5 brothers and 1 sister. On my daddy's side, I got another little brother and then 2 sisters.
Okay. You the oldest?
Yeah, I'm the oldest on both sides.
Okay. So you the oldest out of all of them?
I'm the oldest out of all of them. I'm the big brother.
Okay.
You know?
For sure. And when we look at your brothers on your mama's side, we find out that one of them is Wooski.
You know that. That's my blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? He came up under me and shit. You know, he used to watch the shit that I used to be doing and shit. But he always had his own little man and shit. He always used to be his own person and shit. Like, he wasn't no follower or none of that shit. Like, Lil Bro always been like himself at all times. Like, he wasn't changing for nobody. He wasn't doing shit niggas was doing. He was doing him. Since he was a shorty, like, it just, he came up, he was aggressive. It's like in his blood. Like, it's like all my mama's sons, like, you can't find not one of my mama's kids that's scared of shit.
Okay.
Nothing. Nobody know nothing. Like, if it's there, we gonna go there. Like, we don't get no. It is what it is. Shit, whatever happens. Shit. That's why everybody stay getting shot and shit like that.
So do you and Wooski share the same father or just the same mother?
No, we ain't got the same father. They father, passed away back in like 94 or some shit, 95, some shit like that.
Okay.
Probably later than that. I'm not sure though, but it was like right after they was born and shit. Like, yeah, got killed and shit.
Word. So was like Wooski always like bad as hell? Like even like when he was a child?
Hell yeah, he was worse than me.
What's y'all age difference?
I'm 33, Wooski 27.
Okay.
So,
What's that? 6 years? Okay.
About 6.
Right. Cause somebody told me, bro, somebody told me like, man, if y'all think Wooski crazy, who y'all think he got it from?
Yeah, he got it from me. Cause he used to see me doing all that crazy ass shit, coming in the crib with guns and shit. He used to be stealing them and shit, taking guns outside and shit. I remember the nigga walked up on me with a big ass shotgun, and I'm like, man, he was a shorty. And I'm like, where the fuck you get that from? Like, shit, I just stole this from the BDs on 71st. I'm like, man, what the fuck is you doing, man? Like, he always been bad, busting niggas' head, wrapping bike chains around niggas' necks. Like, he always been that, cause, niggas used to like try to play with him and shit. Like, he was always that one that was gonna get his lick back. You fuck with him, he want his lick back. He don't matter what he gotta go through to get his lick back, he gonna get his lick back, and once he get his lick back, he done. You know what I'm saying? He always been like that since a shorty and shit, and at first it was like irritating as hell, cause you wanna chase this nigga all day till you get your lick back, but then, like, when I started growing up, I'm like, all right, I see what is going on. He ain't let nobody do shit to him to get away with it. Yeah. That's how he always been. That little nigga been bad as hell, man. He worse than all of us. Like, he got it.
Yeah. So, when the fans look at your name and, who you related to, who you affiliated with,
right,
they be like, damn, how's this Wooski blood brother, but this King Von Ratty? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is he from O Block, but Wooski from 63rd? Because we done had Wooski on our couch. We asked him if he was from O Block. He said, hell no, he denied being from O Block. A lot of people say you from O Block.
Troll it.
Oh, the wild head, bro.
Is that where you spent like your early childhood years at?
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
He ain't.
Okay.
He ain't. Like, coming up as kid, well, I was a teenager, he was still a kid and shit. He used to, be running around out there and shit, but he ain't fuck with them shorties over there. He used to go down on 71st, or he used to go on 63rd, Everhard, St. Lawrence, shit down there and shit, and hang with little niggas over there and shit, cause I got cousins that be on them blocks and shit. So he used to go down there and fuck with the family, cause every time he was on the block, he was fighting somebody. Every day. Every single day. They like, man, go get your brother. He over there beating woo-woo ass, or he beating woo-woo ass. Like, damn, what the fuck is you doing? Like, but it's always because somebody did something to him. He ain't never gonna do nothing to nobody that ain't did nothing to him.
Right.
Feel me? You ain't did nothing to him, he ain't gonna fuck with you. You do something to him, your ass might as well go hide somewhere else, cause he ain't gonna stop. That's how he is. But that whole situation, like, I've been, hearing the shit, the fans trying to figure out how I'm from O Block and he from 63rd and shit. First of all, I got locked up in 2009 on the motherfucking armed robbery. You know what I'm saying? Lil bro was a real kid when I left. You know what I'm saying? I was full-fledged, like, all the way in that shit. Like, but as I was locked up, he became more and more into the street shit. Now he's starting to play with guns and shit. Now I'm talking to him on the phone and man, what you want? He talking about shit, getting on your homie them ass and shit. So I'm like, oh, what? He like, yeah, man, them niggas bitches. Who out the bam? So now this the growing up Wooski. So I'm like, damn, what the? So now I'm like, kind of like, damn, what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this? You know what I'm saying? So in 2014, I had came home and shit, and we sat down and we had a talk and shit. And I told him, like, man, you know, this when I was still, like, in it. You know, I'm a civilian right now. Let the streets know I'm a civilian right now until I get off parole. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? When I came home, we had to sit down. We had to sit down and shit, and we was talking and shit, and I was just like, man, look, this what we gonna do, bro. You feel me? Because I want this shit to die down. Because as soon as I came home, my OG phone was ringing off the hook. Everybody calling, man, what you gonna do about your little brother? What you gonna do about your little brother? You riding with your little brother. You riding with your little brother, all that. And these for my homies, you know what I'm saying, that I grew up with and shit. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm finna squash that shit. I'm finna get little bro off that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna, you know, come to an understanding and shit like that. So it was the understanding that I had with my little brother, like, you know, I ain't gonna slide through there. I ain't gonna smoke none of your homies, you feel me? Don't slide through here. Don't smoke none of my homies. Don't shoot at none of my homies. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we gonna leave it, you feel me? Because then, if you do, then I gotta choose side. And of course, I'm gonna choose my brother's side. That's my blood, you feel me? These my niggas that I grew up with. I don't give no fuck about that when it come to my blood. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be always asking them dumbass questions like, what was to happen if, you know, if they did something to Wooski? Then all them niggas gonna die. That's how that shit go. You feel me? I ain't one of them niggas that's gonna turn on my brother for them niggas. You feel me? That's my blood brother. Like, I love that nigga to death. Mm-hmm. Like, for real. Like, ain't none of that. Like, nigga, you gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And he just went over there with them niggas and he started fucking with them niggas hard. It was shit I could do about it. He was full-fledged. His name was already out there. It was over with. Right. I couldn't get to him in time and pull him back towards me and get him back over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas always used to talk about when I was locked up and shit like, just imagine if Wooski was from our block. You know what I'm saying? We'd have been the most turned in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, with Wooski on our block. Oh, yeah, but that ain't happening. Wooski hate BDs, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The BDs killed they did. Like, that shit over with, man. He ain't doing that, man. Y'all just leave him alone. He gonna leave y'all alone. You know what I'm saying? So that was the understanding with us and shit. You know, we came to an understanding and shit. And, you know, when I got locked up, like, you know, Vaughn, them were shorties, man. You know what I'm saying? They used to be playing baseball and shit like that. So at that time, he wasn't beefing with them. Like, that beef came after Lil Bro made that computer song, which I was locked up. You feel me? He was locked up because he made it in jail, and then when he got out, when he beat that attempt, that's when he dropped that. And that's when I got on the phone and Brolin was like, yeah, you know, yeah, your little brother, this the most disrespectful shit I ever heard in my life. You hear me? And I was like, let me hear a little bit of it. And they played it, and I just was like, what the f? And I called him. I was like, man, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, man, I'm on that. You locked up, shit. It's over with for they ass. I couldn't do shit about it. I wasn't out there, so I said it is what it is, shit, you know. Mm-hmm. And then with Vaughn, that's when they beef started for real. You feel me? So everybody steady talking about how's you know what I'm saying, from over here, and he from over there. This Vaughn arch enemy and shit like that. And, you know what I'm saying? You was cool with Vaughn and shit like that. Like, that shit happened when niggas got out. You feel me? Niggas weren't playing with Lil Bro like that, man. Them niggas was scared of him, running from him. Call on my phone. Yeah, your brother just chased me out of McDonald's type shit. I used to be like, shit, what you want me to do? You feel me? So it was always tension with me and niggas on the block anyway. Like, right. You know, I done beat niggas' ass over Lil Bro on the block and everything. Like, okay. That's blood, you feel me? I'm going against anybody who.
Now you got O Block tatted big as hell on your chest. The same way King Von got it tatted big as hell on his chest. So y'all share damn near the same tattoo.
That's because we got it at the same time. You know, we just wanted to be different and shit. You know, he got the wings and shit with everybody's name. So I was like, man, I don't want the exact same tattoo. We the first one to put it on our chest. Everybody else, you know, neck, arm, and shit like that. We like, shit, we want to do something different. You feel me? So we went to the same tattoo man and everything. Like, I was like, man, just put 2 guns on my shit. You feel me? Like, just put 2 guns on my shit. Bro gonna get the wings or whatever with phone them on that motherfucker. I'm just gonna get the 2 guns, you feel me? Because that's what I was on, you feel me? I was a loose cannon. So it was like, I got 2 AKs tattooed on my stomach. So it was like, that's what I was on. So I was like, I want that shit to represent me, you feel me? It's my block, but I want it to represent me. But it ultimately does represent OD, you know what I'm saying? And And the picture, I don't know if it surfaced on the internet and shit. He had 230s in his hand and 357 in his waistband and shit. I don't know if anybody got that though, but that's what I was going for. Yeah, like
So tell us about OD. You and OD had a relationship?
that was my brother. Like before all these niggas came around, the King Vons, the Boss Tops, any of them niggas. Like, you know, it was niggas like me, Trey Five, you know what I'm saying, Platoon, White, like them, you know, them niggas who originally from O Block, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas who from Parkway Garden. So it was like OD didn't know them niggas really like that. Everybody that's running around right now, merching it on him. Like I see kids right now, you know what I'm saying? Them kids to me, they 18, 19, 20 years old, them kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas wasn't around when O was alive, so you around here merching on somebody you don't even fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Then you talking about you acting like OD, you ain't know what the fuck he did because you ain't never was with him. You ain't never been with him in no shootouts or nothing like that. Me? I been there. Me and bro, you know, we been through a lot. Like me, him, Five, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the homies, my nigga Aaron, DP, you know what I'm saying? My niggas that I done came up from that box with, you know what I'm saying? Them the niggas who really know OD, like, you know what I'm saying? Tell a nigga to tell you his nickname. Right. The nigga can't tell you his nickname, they don't know him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? What his mama used to call him. You don't know him if you ain't know what his mama used to call him. So why you around here saying his name like that, man? Y'all ass tweaking. Like y'all merching it on him, and half of you niggas be lying when you merching. So like me and OD, we was close as hell, like, you know what I'm saying? Like bro used to see me. He used to be like, man, you steady getting all your clothes dirty. And then I used to wear do-rags and shit back then. Like, this was like 06, 07 and shit. He used to snatch them bitches off my head. Like, where your hell, man? You steady wearing this do-rag, bitch. Like, man, I thought I was looking cool with that shit on. He like, man, hell no, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my man's though. Like, the nigga used to buy me shit, all that. Like, anytime I got into anything, he was like right there. Him and Five, like, DP, they like right there. We get into it, we all right there, we gone. You know what I'm saying? That was my man, you feel me? I got locked up in 09. Bro got killed in 2011. So, you know, that hit the heart. So it was like kind of crazy and shit. You know, I tried to reach out to his mom and shit, write a letter and shit like that. And then I came home and it was over with. I was like, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit I learned while I was in jail, you feel me? Jail don't teach you shit about how to be a better criminal. So it was like, I was like, man, I'm finna go out here and start smoking their ass, dropping their ass. And it was for bro. You feel me? And shit be happening, you know what I'm saying? But out of all them niggas that be talking about him right now, them niggas ain't grow up with bro. Them niggas don't know him. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas weren't with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the trenches though, like for real, like getting into it with niggas, he done had his head busted open, we done went and toast some shit up. This is when we was kids though. This is when we used to walk around with bats and shit and bricks and shit. Bust car windows out and throw firecrackers at people's windows and shit. Them niggas wasn't around for that shit. All them niggas that saying his name wasn't around for that shit.
Yeah. Hey, what about Bro? Did you grow up close to him?
Yeah, brother was a menace to society.
That's what
he
we
was
heard.
A shorty, man. Like, I would say like him and Woo-Wop like neck and neck, you know what I'm saying? Cause brother used to be on there. Brother, if he ain't f with you, he'll trick you out your gun. He'll be like, man, let me see that. And he'll have this look on his face like you could trust him. But soon as you give it to him, he like, man, this is my shit, go ahead on. Everybody know how brother is, so they like, man, I ain't finna tweak with this nigga. They'll just spin off, probably go tell somebody like, yeah, brother just took my pipe or something like that. That nigga was running through the hood like bad, bro. Like, since he was a shorty, he'd just be picking out random niggas. If you was a goofy, you wasn't safe around him, man. If he knew you wasn't gonna do nothing and wasn't nobody gonna ride for you, you wasn't safe around that nigga, man. That's what that nigga be doing. He get wild. They let him out that box. Niggas better go run and hide, boy. He on that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all he used to talk about when we were locked up in Division 9. Like, he like, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I get out, killing a lot of them niggas. Like, he on that with they, like, them niggas know who brother is. They know. Like, they can say what they want about him. But one thing you can't say is that if he tell you go do something, he ain't gonna do it because he is. If he tell you gonna kill, you gonna kill. That's just who he is. He bad as hell. Now, I don't know like the new brother that's growing up now. Cause when you in there for a certain amount of time, it's like you ain't got no fucking choice. You gonna have to start growing up. Like, bro, like I'm in this bitch. Right. Like it's ugly. I still got. I think brother probably got like 5, 10 years left. I don't know. Right. It's probably like more towards like 5 and 6. But I've been seeing little shit, niggas nervous and shit out here and shit. So like, brother get out, it's gonna be hectic. You know what I'm saying? He probably started this shit up. Probably started rapping this some more shit. You know what I'm saying? But when he come home, he gonna be hot. Like the internet gonna go crazy when he come home. Like,
for sure. So, with you being the oldest of your bunch, you got the whole, your whole family looking up to you. Around what age was it for yourself that you jump off the porch and start hanging out in the streets?
Shit, I've been in the streets since I was like 12, 13 years old. I started off with just, big homie them, like coming to me like, man, hold this walkie-talkie, go stand in that building. Tell us when them people coming. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is hit the walkie-talkie, tell us that the people coming. You know what I'm saying? I started off doing that, and I was making $50 a day doing that shit. So I used to come in the crib, my mom used to be like, where the fuck you get that from, bitch? Don't even worry about it. I just know I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like 12, 13 years old. And then it went from that to weed and dope and all that shit. Like, typical project shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, school wasn't interested to me. School was interested to me because of the females that was up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one going to school to learn nothing.
So can you tell us, did you finish high school?
Man, hell no.
Okay. Because I heard you say, in 2009, you was locked up for an armed robbery. When I did my little research, I learned that you had been arrested 6 times in the year 2009, with the last arrest being a robbery.
Yeah.
So before that, it was a lot of trespassing charges.
Because what they do and what was known as Wick City at the time is once you cause so much trouble and shit like that, once you do so much crazy shit and shit like that, they put your ass on the trespassing list. They go tell your OG like, man, look, shorty ass around this bitch, he doing this, he busted people windows, he done robbed dude, he done did this, he done did that. We putting his ass on the trespassing list, and if we catch him in your crib, you getting put out. You know what I'm saying? So we all was going on the trespassing list, all of us. Yeah. So the security to catch us off guard, we in the hallway, bad as hell, smoking weed or something like that, and they'll come bum rush that bitch and catch us. And now we at the station and they talking about trespassing and shit like that. So
breach of security.
So
that's what E-Dog called it.
That's what it was. Like they was bum rushing that bitch. Like they'll come to the building and go up one side of the stairs, and we on this side of the stairs, sitting on the stairs smoking and shit. And they go up the other side of the stairs and then come down, and then the other ones go through the door. So now we try to run up the stairs, they coming down the stairs, so we trapped. So now we wrestling with them, trying to get a win and shit, because we know, like, hell no, I ain't finna go sit in that station, boy, your ass tweaking. So we trying to get a win and shit like that, but then motherfucker be in that bitch like, damn, before we got caught. Right. And then we go to 111, court supervision. So now we back out and we back on the block and the security guards blue. Yeah, get y'all bitch ass on. We running from them and shit, throwing rocks at them and shit like that, just on their ass. Like, we ain't get no we was bad as hell.
Yeah. So can you tell us about the armed robbery that took place in the summer of 2009?
I mean, it was like, how can I put it? Shit was like tight around there and shit. And it was like, all our pipes were steady getting bumped and shit like that. So me and one of my homies, I ain't gonna say his name and shit, but we was trying to, come up with a way to get some more guns and shit. Like, we was taking nigga shit. Like, one of the guys, he took a pipe from his own cousin. Like, that's how thirsty we was to get them bitches. And shit, I was like, that. We definitely start poking everybody that come through this bitch. I don't get no who it is. So we went on a little robbing spree. Like, we was poking everybody. We ain't get no who you was. You feel me? You walk in that bitch, you come over there talking about you want some weed. We like, yeah, check it out. Poke your dumb ass. And we was going, I'll go buy some guns with him. You know what I'm saying? So I got caught up in the situation when the fucking state trooper, man, didn't even know he was a state trooper at the time and shit. But he ended up poking the nigga and shit, getting his pipe and shit. You know what I'm saying? Got his little money or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
How much money was it?
It wasn't shit, but like $300-400, bro.
Y'all hear this? I hope the youth hear this right now.
Some peanuts, man. Some peanuts. And I almost lost my life over that shit. They was finna kill me that day. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, I took off running and shit and went up on the roof or whatever. And I was up there for about a good, 30 minutes to an hour. And they came up there and shit. And as they was coming up there, I was taking the gun out and I was getting ready to toss it off the roof. And he was like, man, you move with that. I'm finna shoot you in your face. I just froze with that bitch like this. And I dropped that. I'm like, man, don't shoot me, bro. Man, they beat the fuck out of me up there, bro. Like, literally. Ain't no cameras or nothing up there. So they got they roll off. They was beating on me up there. And as I was coming downstairs, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? In my mind, I'm like, damn, how the fuck they know I was on that roof?
Right.
But, you know.
Cause you say you was up there for almost an hour.
I was up there for about an hour looking at they ass, surrounding the building, running in and out the building. I'm hearing them hollering and shit. Oh, he might have went this way, so they running over there and shit like that. But ultimately, they came their ass up, though.
Some real movie shit.
They came up there and got me and beat the fuck out of me. They were like, go ahead and move, go ahead and move. Well, I'm just like, damn, they fucking me up there. But, you know, I always been the one, like, if I'm getting jumped or something like that, I'm laughing the whole time. So I was laughing at them. That's what made it worse, though, because then they started putting feet on me and shit. But I'm laughing, like, that shit was, like, funny to me. Like, when I get jumped, it don't hurt. Like, I don't feel shit.
Right. Because your adrenaline going.
Yeah, and I'm just down there covering up and shit, and I'm just laughing. I'm like, what y'all on? And it was blowing them that I was laughing, so they was beating the fuck out of me up there, though, like.
Yeah. So how much time did you have to serve on that robbery?
So they at first, you know, the first offer was like 21 years or something shit like that. And I'm like, man, this is my first like adult case, like felony case type shit. And shit, I wasn't going. So they came all the way down to 9. I wasn't even trying to go for the 9, but then I was like, f that, you know what I'm saying? I was like 18 at the time, I think. 18 or some shit like that. I was like, shit, I'm still gonna be young when I come home, so I can go do it. They talking about it's at 50%, so it was 4.5 years. I'm like, I'm gonna go do that shit. I'm going there and do it.
So you took 9?
Took 9 years at 50%.
Okay. So you did 4.5.
Yep.
4 years and 5 months. And so after that time, well, first of all, tell us about that time. So that was your first like jail stint.
Yeah, that was like the first time I actually like.
And you say you was 18.
Stayed in that for a while.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was. Yeah, I still consider myself as a shorty at that time because I still ain't really know shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I was copying off the big homie them, seeing what the they was doing shit.
Right.
But I was doing that shit better than them. That's all that was. They was around that bitch tweaking. All right, this how y'all do it right here. Cause I ain't get no.
Yeah. What were you living at during those 4.5 years? What joint was you in?
So I went to Vandalia, but you know, some shit had happened down there the first month I was down there and shit. Me and my little homie them tore that bitch up. They shipped me straight from Vandalia to Menard. Now Vandalia is a minimum facility, you feel me? And Menard is a maximum facility. So I'm a 19-year-old going from a minimum facility to a maximum facility. And when I got down there, of course, you know what I'm saying? I heard the stories and shit like that about Menard and shit and how gang banged out it is. So when I got down there, I was a little nervous and shit. So when I got down there, everybody like, man, what you is? I'm like, man, BD, you feel me? But I was tough with it though, like, cause that's what I was on. I'm like, all right, niggas get on there. I just gotta get on that. It is what it is. So I was tough. So I go in, nigga like, man, what you is? They hollering off the gallery and shit. I'm like, man, I'm BD. What you is? They're like, oh, yeah, your people's down there. I'm like, I ain't got no peoples nowhere in this bitch. Feel me? So we going back and forth with them. So they put me in the hole. So one of the older guys and shit, he come. He still locked up and nigga got life or some shit like that. But he come, he like, man, where you from? I'm like, man, I'm from Parkway. He like, nigga, I'm from Parkway. Who your mama? So I tell him my mama name and shit like that. He like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm like, yeah, that's my OG. He like, nigga, when I was like, you don't remember me when I was locked up? You was a fucking kid, nigga. I'm like, shit. I don't remember you, you feel me? I remember your name, but your face, like, I don't remember you, type shit. And then he was like, yeah, I got you, you know what I'm saying? He came with a big duffel bag full of, like, you know, noodles and tunas and chickens and, you know, shit like that. And he dropped that shit in my cell. He like, this for you, you need some. All these other niggas holler at me, you know, we from the same block. But that's when I started getting the feeling like, you know, all right, yeah, it's love down here, like, this way it's at. So I started getting into a lot of dirt down there.
Okay.
I started getting into a lot of dirt, so I started moving up in the ranks and shit. And from there, it was like, that's him right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody used to come to me for everything. Like, man, little bro, dude on some goofy shit. All right, let's go take care of that. Like, I was unpredictable as in jail, bro. Like, you would never know what I'm gonna do. I'll be talking to you 1 minute and then beating the out of you or stabbing you or something in the next minute. But that's just what I was on. Like, if you want my peoples, I ain't getting no fuck about you. It is what it is.
Damn. So you spend 4.5 years locked up in the penitentiary. Now, when you get out on parole. And during your time on parole is when you caught the case with King Von?
Yeah.
Okay. But you was arrested a couple times before that, even on parole, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was getting locked up for little shit like street gang contacts and shit.
Right.
Because I was always with the guys and shit. When the police pull up, they already knew who I was. So, like, I was fresh out catching them bitches because they knew who I was. They'll be, hey, Wade, come here. All right, what the fuck you ain't even doing shit? You know you on parole. You can't be around these niggas. Let's go. Yeah, then y'all finna lock me up for being around these my people. Some of these my, you know what I'm saying? Niggas that I grew up with. Like, where the fuck you want me to go? Like, They would steady lock me up. The judges was throwing that shit out, and then they'll lock me up again and lock me up again.
Mm-hmm. So knowing that, you know, you are known as Wooski's brother, right. King Von Rappy. We talked about Wooski. Can you tell us when you first met King Von?
It was a while back. Like, I can't remember like the exact end shit, but I used to always remember him and Nuki. Well, he called himself Nuwab now. Nuki and Boski them. They used to like playing baseball and shit. So like we'd catch them on the back of Dulles playing baseball and shit like that. But this one, like, Von ain't live in the hood, but he was in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he was going to school at like High Park at one point in time or some shit like that. But he used to always be in the hood and shit. You know what I'm saying? I always wearing the hats and shit like that. You know, when he was one of them. At first, you wouldn't have thought like, yeah, he's gonna be like the killer when he get older and shit. But I used to always see them down there and shit, and I used to go down there and shit, and sometimes I'll play baseball with their ass or something like that, or me and Mommy DP will go down there and steal a bat and take off running and shit. Like, they used to always be down there doing that shit, but that's like the first time I actually like knew who Davon was. Like, he be down there playing with Wooski niggas, knew all them shit. Like, them niggas he became with and shit. Like, you would see him running around and shit like that with T-Roy and them. When T-Roy used to be Troy and shit like that, when they was like kids and shit, just running around watching what we was doing and shit like that. Like, we'd catch them in the hallway smoking or something like that. What the fuck y'all in here doing? Shit, we used to do that shit too, go ahead. You know? That's like the first time I really met him, like, knew who he was type shit.
Yeah. So before he was known as King Von and known as like a menace to the neighborhood, you say Davon was a baseball player.
Yeah, he used to be back there playing baseball with them niggas. Like, they used to throw the ball off the wall, and then, cause they by the school, it's Dulles, like right on the side of Walgreens. Like, you could walk out the back of Parkway and go right into Dulles. You feel me? So they used to be in the back of the school where the playground and shit at. But the school wall, they'd throw the ball off the wall and then smack that motherfucker back to the wall, and they'll just keep hitting it every time it come back and shit.
Right.
But that what they, you know, that's the type of shit they was doing and shit.
Yeah. So when did you two gravitate towards each other and become friends?
It's like when, you know, we both got out in 2014, like, and we was like the biggest shit over there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew, like, bro crazy, he just came home, he finna come home doing dirt. Vaughn and grew up, he crazy, he finna come home doing dirt. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I want to say, I came home first. So when he came home, we all went to his crib and shit. He had called my phone. He was like, yeah, your bitch ass done finally got out. Like, I ain't seen you in forever. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, I've been in that box. I ain't going back to that bitch, though. So he was on house arrest and shit, so we went to his mama crib and shit. We was over there in the basement just kicking in and shit, you know, rotating and shit like that. And shit, I told him, like, man, look, you know, a lot of these niggas scared over there, but we got to get back for OD, folks. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, cool. You know, he like, man, whatever you want, just wait till I get off house arrest, you feel me? And we gonna be doing us. I'm like, all right, cool. So me and him was like the menaces on the block. Our phones run 24/7 on O Block. 24/7. Everybody call our phone like, man, folks, they just came through here. Man, folks, they just did this. Man, they just did that. Oh, Vaughn ain't over here. We need you to come over here. We need you to come over there. Like, we was in everything moving on that motherfucking block. Like, you know, T-Roy too. You know what I'm saying? Like, But a lot of them niggas weren't moving. Because a lot of them niggas weren't trying to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them niggas weren't trying to get shot. Like, I wouldn't say they were scared. I really say they was being smart. They was like, man, we ain't trying to go to jail. If they come over here, we go smoke their ass. But we was going looking for that shit. I didn't get no fuck what was going on. If you had a name, I wanted you. I wanted you. I wanted you bad. If you had anything to do with OD, I wanted you bad. White, I wanted you bad. Any of my niggas that got killed while I was locked up, I wanted your ass. So like, man, we was just going at it with niggas, going at it. It was like we was trying to keep up with each other type shit.
Right. So was Vaughn and Wooski ever cool at one point?
No, like they never even knew each other, man.
Okay.
They started hearing about each other. That's what it was. And,
Okay.
you know, niggas out trying to outdo each other. That's all. See, you got one of the biggest names in Chicago. I want the biggest name in Chicago. So I'm going to be doing this to outdo your name. You know, to be truthful, you know what I'm saying? They really like neck and neck type shit too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in one of our interviews with Trenches News, we asked him about yourself.
Right.
And he told us that Big Mike is the nigga that taught your favorite rapper everything he know.
Big Mike get out, you think he go turn up in the blogs?
Hey, look, man. Hey, first of all, man, y'all can say what y'all want about him, but, man, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him, man, on everything, nigga. Hey, your favorite rapper rapped about it, but he taught your favorite rapper everything he know, nigga, on everything. And I know for a fact, on everything. Before it wasn't no Vaughn, nigga, it was a Mikey. That motherfucker stayed in trouble. He stayed doing something. Police coming for him. Homicide looking for him. In O Block, in Parkway then. He been like that, bro. Ain't nobody gonna play with him, bro. Yeah. Niggas on the internet talking that shit, bro. He ain't gonna play with him, bro. I know it. And not just cause he one man and, you know, I know a lot of people could kill or something like that, but ain't nobody gonna be focused how they be like saying like, oh man, he told on Vaughn and all that shit, bro. You ain't gonna be hearing none of that, bro. I'm telling you. Because if he catch you, he like that on everything. He really like that.
And he was talking about King Von when he said favorite rapper.
Because they watch me, man. They watch me. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't usually call me no Mike or no Big Mike or no Lil Mike or none of that. My name was Twerp in the hood, man. That's the nickname my mama gave me. T-W-U-P. Twerp.
Okay.
You feel me? So everybody knew know what was going on. Like, them niggas watch me. Like, Twerp out here doing this, Twerp out here doing that. Them niggas used to watch my mama dragging me and shit, getting me to come in the house and then watching me jump out the window like 5 minutes later. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas used to watch me. Steal big folks in them packs and shit when I see them stash them. Steal their guns and shit when I see them stash them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get my ass whooped, but still don't care. I still got your shit. I still got your shit, and I'm on the other end selling it, and I'm making money. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas watch me, OD, and find them. Like, they watched us, like, go at it with niggas.
Yeah.
And them niggas wanted to do that same shit. Like, they wanted to do that same shit. And we taught them how to do that shit. We taught them what was up. You know what I'm saying? We taught them how to decock pistols, cock them, all that shit. Like, you niggas ain't know how to do that shit. Niggas used to run in the crib like, man, the hammer won't go back. The hammer won't go back in. What the fuck you mean, you stupid ass nigga? You out here playing with these guns? You know what the fuck you doing? On a revolver, though. Tell her like, man, just hold the hammer and pull the trigger slowly and move the hammer up slowly, man. And it's gonna go back to where it was. Show the nigga shots. Like, damn, I ain't know that. I know you ain't know that. You know now?
Right. Right.
But yeah, them niggas watched us, man. Them niggas watched us come up. They watched me and what I was doing. All that shit.
So did you know Chief Keef growing up?
Of course.
Okay.
His mama Lolo, like, I grew up around her. I grew up around him. He used to be making beats and shit, and he'd be rapping them out the, that's when he had the mohawk and shit, though. Like, he ain't had the drills and shit. Like, he had the mohawk. He used to be in the window and shit, and you would hear him with the little beatbox thing, and you would hit the beats, and he like, yeah, oh, this shit gonna go crazy. Like, but then nobody ever used to pay attention to him. Like, ain't nobody ever think like, yeah, this nigga finna be a star.
Right.
Niggas used to just be like, man, get your dumb ass out that window. He used to walk out trying to smoke with us and shit. Man, get your bitch ass out, shorty. The whole time, shorty, he was on to something the whole time. Mm-hmm. That shit was in his heart the whole time, bro. And he put that shit together, and he is who he is today, shit. And he left the hood, shit. That's what niggas supposed to do when they get all that money. Mm-hmm. Everybody be talking shit. Oh, yeah, niggas get money and move and shit, stop with the hood. But when you do something to somebody so many times, like, what y'all expecting him to do? Keep fucking with y'all? Right. Hell no. He took the niggas that was in his circle that he trusted the most, and he left and went to Cali. Mm-hmm. And he ain't been back since.
You definitely haven't. You was locked up in 2012 when the whole drill wave
locked the fuck up for all that shit. And
right.
I was intrigued by it though. Cause I was like watching the news and shit and hearing about it and shit, especially when I seen the shit about Lil JoJo and shit when I seen the video. They played a little snippet on the news and shit. And I was like, man, Shorty them got a lot of guns. Like, I ain't never seen that many guns in one spot. Like, that's how I knew it was like, it's over with for Chicago. Like, Chicago finna be burnt the fuck down, cause it's like babies. Like, when I seen them, his face, he ain't had not a lick of health. And I was like, God damn, that city finna go up in flames. It's a wrap, like. But I was also intrigued, cause I'm like, that's my city. We own, you know what I'm saying? Like, now we getting a lot of attention. Everybody wanna fuck with niggas in Chicago now. Like, you can see a bitch on the street and you talking to her and you got a Chicago accent. She's like, oh my God, you're from Chicago?
Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, that's definitely how it is. So, but when you was coming up, okay, I'm sorry. I'm assuming since you was locked up from 2009 to 2014.
Yeah.
Was smoking on Tuka a thing before or after? Like, when did that
Was
come?
it before? It came after I was locked up.
Okay.
Because, you know, the little homie was still alive when I got locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was running around with little bro. They was like best friends. You know what I mean?
Wooski?
Him and Wooski were like best friends and shit. That was his homie. That's who he used to come up with when he used to be running around stealing shit and cracking people with bats and shit like that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know Shondale used to hang down on 71st and Rose and shit. And we used to live on, when we got kicked out of Parkwood, we used to live on fucking 72nd and Vernon and shit. And he started hanging out with them niggas over there and shit. And that was his homie. Like, they was like damn their best friends. Like, niggas used to be in our house and everything.
Right. So what are your thoughts on the phrase smoking on Tuka?
Me back then, I was with that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was with that shit. But now it's like, y'all keep saying that shit in them songs and shit. Like, dude been dead like a long time, bro. Like, leave that man alone now. He talk about somebody else.
Right.
Like, Shorty been dead for a long time. Like, he lost his life to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of this gangbang shit that's going on out here. He chose that life. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta deal with what come with that shit. But constantly just, come on, man. Really, dude. Like, focus on somebody else, man. Let that mama go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, She don't want to keep on hearing people talking about, yeah, listen to that new song. You know what I'm saying? They talk about your son. That shit probably hurt her soul every time she hear that shit, bro. If he was still here, that's different. But he gone. So while she on the verge of, you know what I'm saying, trying to get over that shit,
Right.
she listening to these fucking songs and y'all steady talking about y'all smoking on this man. Like, leave that man alone. And half of the niggas that saying they smoking on him grown than a bitch. Like, you grown as hell. You can't find nothing else to talk about. You gotta keep on focused on this boy. That boy been dead for a while. Like, leave him alone. Be cool, man. You know what I'm saying? But back then, I ain't gonna lie, I was with that shit.
Okay.
Like, I used to say that shit too. I ain't gonna sit up here and flies to you, man. Like, I used to say that shit too. Like, shit, that's what we was on, you know? I'm 33 though. Like, I grew up in jail. I've been in jail then my whole life. I've been growing up in that bitch, so like, just imagine like my brother did, and the nigga keeps saying they smoking on him and shit. I'm gonna be on that at all times. Like, every day, all day, I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? Every time I hear a song, like the nigga who doing it, I'm on their ass, you feel me? So I could just, and then I know how my mama would feel if she listened to the song. She'd be like, they got another one, they talking about, ooh, you know what I'm saying? And it'll make me want to do something anyway, so I'll go outside and be like, all right, I'm finna be lamping on these niggas. I'm finna catch one of these bitch ass niggas.
Yeah.
Like, you smoking who? You know what I'm saying? It'll be a wrap. But I'm 33 now, like, man, it's over with.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room when it comes to your story.
Right,
And that's the night Malcolm Stuckey was killed.
right.
May 29th, 2014.
Man, I don't know nothing about dates. You
Okay.
feel me?
On 57th in the South.
That's what they say.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so speaking upon Malcolm Stuckey, was he an innocent bystander the way the news made him out to be, or was he like a rival gang member?
I mean, shit, he was banging, but you know, some niggas be having one foot in the streets, one foot out the street.
Okay.
Like, you got the porch, you got the sidewalk, then you got the streets. He should have stayed his ass on the porch. You know what I'm saying? You hanging with niggas and shit like that. And shit be happening, man. It's ugly out here.
Yeah.
You gotta be on point at all time. And you gotta watch what you say to niggas. Like, is you gonna play that role like you tough or something like that? Shit, what you expect?
So can you tell us what happened on that day?
I really don't want to go too much in it. I don't want the feds to try to pick this shit up and try to give. But, you know what I'm saying, some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, because I don't want the feds to try to give me for that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, the state can't pick it up no more, but the feds can.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To try to indict me on that shit. But basically, you know, a nigga ended up losing his life. Shit. You feel me?
Okay.
Me and bro got charged with the murder and shit. And, you know?
Okay. Now the reason why we all interested in this story is because no one has ever been able to like tell us a story about going on a drill with King Von. You know what I'm saying? And when we read through the reports, we read that King Von was like really on that. You feel me? It's reported that he had, not only was Malcolm Stuckey shot, but there's a couple other guys that were shot during that time.
They were.
One of them got shot in the face. He survived. So when we listen to King Von songs and we listen to these interviews and we gather all these different type of reactions about him, with you being his right hand man at one point,
Right.
is it safe to say King Von was really like that?
Yeah, everybody and their mama know that boy was really like that. Anybody that tried to downplay it is a motherfucking lie. Like, truly, like, the shit he be talking about in them songs, he really was doing that shit, man. Like, a lot of these rappers out here right now, I ain't gonna put no names on it, but a lot of these niggas, they know who the fuck they is. A lot of these niggas from this city that rap about that shit.
Yeah.
They not doing none of that shit they rapping about. I can honestly say he one of the most genuine rappers, you know what I'm saying? Cause I listen to his shit, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the most genuine rappers. Shit, he talk about shit that he was doing, and I know he was doing it because I was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I watched him. You know, I watched who he became, watched what he was doing and shit like that. Like that nigga really was doing that shit he was talking about in them songs. These other niggas, they fly, and that's all cap.
Yeah.
Real cap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about, I seen some shit, y'all talking about who in the top 5 type shit. Like, niggas who they put in that top 5 ain't even up there. Like, they just got a name, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Because they beat murders and shit. Everybody thinking like, oh yeah, he was that.
Right.
No, he wasn't.
You talking about top 5 rappers or what?
Top 5 killers in Chicago. I seen some shit on Instagram and shit.
Right.
And when I was looking at it, I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Dude, that's a fucking donkey.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, you know, since we can't talk about what happened that night because the feds, you know, might pick it
Right.
up. Because you know already did your time for this crime, right?
But that state, you know what I'm saying? Like the feds, how they work, I don't want them to wrestle me into no RICO with them niggas because I ain't involved with none of that shit no more. I'm a civilian.
Now, we moving forward. What I want to ask next is like, you got arrested for this a couple months later after it happened?
Yeah, it was like May, June, July. I got arrested in July.
Right. How did they wrap you up? How did they come, you know, what made them come get you?
So, whole time, I ain't gonna put nobody's names out there or whatever, but whole time, you know what I'm saying, I was dealing with this little bitch who was connected to bro, and she had called my phone and shit. I was put up somewhere, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, was doing too much shit out there in the hood and shit, so I like to go be able to just chill and not have to worry about shit like how I do when I'm in the hood. So I was chilling, you know what I'm saying, at one of my little ladies' cribs or whatever, you know, and you know what I'm saying, the little bitch had called me and shit, and she was like, what you doing? I'm like, shit, what's up? She like, man, I just left the police station. I'm like, what you mean you just left the police station? She like, shit, they just showed me a picture of you and shit, and it was talking about you was involved with a murder on 57 of the South. So I'm like, what the fuck you mean they showed you a picture of me and told you that I was involved in a murder? Like, these fucking police out here really don't know me like that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? And she like, well, they got a picture of you leaving the scene of the crime. Whole time in my mind, I'm knowing ain't no cameras over there. So how the fuck you got me leaving the scene of the crime? So I was like, man, they ain't got me. That's somebody else. I don't know who the fuck y'all talking about. So she like, I just wanted to let you know, your name got brought up and shit. I'm like, my name got brought up. That means somebody brought up my name. Like somebody telling lies. So at this point, I'm knowing what's going on. She sitting in the police station and got me on speakerphone and, you know, the detectives and shit right there and shit. So I was like, man, I ain't did shit. I don't know shit, man. I don't know what you're talking about. And I hung up. Feel me? And then she called me from a different number, from one of them apps or whatever where you can call people and there's another number pop up and shit. Mm-hmm. She called me from that number. She told me, I said, yeah, I'm glad you ain't say nothing. You out the down, but they was trying to get me to get you to implicate yourself and shit like that. And I'm like, shit, how they even know my name, bro? Like, how my name even come up, period? You feel me? And she was like, I don't know who out the band. I'm like, so why you in the police station? How they even know about you? You feel me? And I'm like, yeah, you gave my name up. And I hung up on, you know. That's really how I got wrapped up in the situation, you feel me? Because she gave up my name and shit. And then, you know, a few more people that was connected to the nigga gave up my name, you know what I'm saying? Like, the shit felt like a setup from the jump, though.
Okay.
Because he was already booked, you feel me, on unrelated charges. But it was like, why all of y'all say my name for? Like, and y'all try to like downplay it and shit too. Like, what the f? So then I'm thinking like, man, this all his people, like they trying to make it seem like it was me. Oh, I know what they doing. They trying to get him off. Put all the weight on me, get him off. So I could take the rap for this shit. That's what they was doing though.
Okay.
So I peeped it before it, you know, why it was going on and shit. Especially when the lawyers came and started like showing me them you know, recording and shit. I'm like, yeah, look at his bitch ass up there. You know? Like, yeah, he ain't gonna say nothing about none of his people though. He feel these people that's related to him. You know?
So you felt like it was so you felt like it was people telling on you in regards to the murder. So that's what led you to telling on King Von?
It wasn't even that. It like niggas steady saying like I told on him. Like everybody needs to just dial that back a little bit. Like you gotta know like what me and bro talked about, what we was on and shit like that. Like he wanted to choose his own path. By me knowing what I was up against and shit, I was choosing my own path. You feel me? Like, yeah, I shot them bitch ass niggas. You feel me? They shot at me first type shit. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? So it came like, it was a riff at first. But then it was like, this what we on. You know what I'm saying? This what me and him talked about. Right. All that shit other motherfuckers talking about and shit like that. Like y'all see what I didn't put in my appeal. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Y'all see what I put in my appeal. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't got my discovery. Y'all don't got none of the shit that was going on. Y'all don't got none of you know, shorty them statement. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't got none of that shit. So it's like I put what I wanted to put in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I took bits and pieces and said certain shit, which I really ain't even really do my appeal. I paid a nigga in the joint to do it. You know, like 500. I think I gave him 500, 600 or some shit like that. Shit, wifey paid for that shit, but paid the nigga and, you know, he filed the appeal and shit like that. But the shit that he was putting in there was like making sense and shit. Like, I ain't do that shit. Dude did that shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It was even better that, you know, I don't like speaking on dead niggas, but it was even better that shit. He was deceased. You know what I'm saying? For me to be able to get back, because as soon as he died, that's when my shit came right through. Like, they like, all right, we gonna go on here and we gonna grant this shit. But at the same time, like, people don't even understand, like, the shit, like, me and bro was talking about, the shit me and bro was doing, the shit we was plotting, shit like that. Like, I was plotting my own little lane, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I popped dude ass, you know what I'm saying? I smoked dude ass, but they shot at me first type shit. And he ain't like that shit, you know what I'm saying? And then when the song came out from Lil Bro, that's when it really got hectic. You know what I'm saying?
He told?
Huh?
Why he told?
No, I ain't talking about that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's when he got out. I'm talking about when we was still booked. You know what I'm saying? But Why He Told is a hit. I actually like that song.
So what song you talking about?
I'm talking about when Wooski dropped Computer.
Oh, okay.
So it caused like a rift between me and the hood and shit. So now, basically everybody was looking for a way to outs me from the hood because I was a household name on their block. Mm-hmm. So in order for you to get my brother, you gotta outcast me. So that's when, you know, he got out and all that shit started coming out. You know what I'm saying? I told him and shit. I ain't get no fuck about none of that shit.
So let me ask you this though. I know I just heard you talking about the appeal, but you had already kind of like gave statements even like in the interrogation, right, interview room, right, in the beginning. Right,
this is what it was. Once I got presented with what was going on and what it was, I knew the best way for me to get up out that. Well, I didn't know. I thought the best way for me to get up out that shit was just telling them like shit. Them niggas shot at me first. This what happened type shit. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And basically shit, one thing led to another shit, and it was over with.
So how was your jail time? You know, did the COs or other inmates give you troubles? You know, knowing
who, me?
Yeah.
Man, you better stop playing, man. I was in Division 9 the whole time I was in Cook County Jail. Like any nigga will tell you, ain't no nigga play with me. Don't nobody play with me. Like everybody thought I was gonna be gone. This what's going on right now, man. Everybody thought I was gonna be gone. I was going through all that time. When I came home, I was gonna be an old man. So I wasn't gonna be able to do shit. But now that I'm home, niggas scared because they know how I am. Like you was playing with me, you was saying little shit, y'all was doing little shit to my little brother and shit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was getting into shootouts or whatever. But now it's like, y'all thought I wasn't gonna come home? Fucking goofies. But at the same time, I didn't even think I was gonna come home though. Shit, I was content with my 28 years.
I'm gonna say you was looking at 28.
I was content with that shit. You feel me? I was one of them niggas. I wasn't in there crying. You feel me? It took you know, my lady to come back in my life and shit, and she, you know what I'm saying, she gave me that little extra push that I needed, and I started fighting hard for that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But in Cook County Jail, like I never once had, like I was literally beating the fuck out them niggas in there. Every single day. Everybody ran to me. Niggas who like Vaughn, he'll fight anybody. I'm not saying that he would. But niggas who was bigger than him, he was gonna come get me. In that county jail. I ain't never been a PC nigga. None of that shit. I wasn't hiding from no niggas, none of that shit. I was in there f***ing them niggas up, man. Going crazy. Ain't nobody play with me, man. On the streets, niggas wasn't even playing with me, so why would they play with me in Division now? I was in the trenches in that bitch. Knives everywhere. I'd have been around them. Ain't nobody never not once played with me, bro. Mm-hmm. Not once.
So can you tell us, Lord, like how did the climate change when you was in jail and King Von had got out and blew up to be a superstar rapper?
Well, it really ain't changed for me. Like, I mean, it changed because you had a lot of fan niggas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, oh yeah, King Von, yo rappy, bro. Oh yeah, y'all hot now and all this. I'm just looking at, one thing I hate, man, I hate a dick rider, bro.
Right.
Like, I hate fan niggas, you know what I'm saying? Fan females, that's different. But if you a fan nigga, like, you could be a fan nigga. But like, when you like overly excited, like, you just going over crazy and shit like a fucking woman, like, be cool, man. Your ass tweaking, like, watch out. You know what I'm saying? But when I started hearing about it and shit, you know what I'm saying, I usually just be like, yeah, he went out there and got hot. Like, that little nigga went crazy when he went home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was hearing the music and shit like, yeah, it's busted. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing. And at this time, before Why He Told and all that shit came out, I was still talking to the nigga.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I used to call this man, I swear to God, bro, every fucking day when he got out. Every day, bro. Like, every day, from when he was out in Iowa doing this thing, before he started doing music, from when he first started going to the A and kicking it with Lil Durk and shit, you know what I'm saying? I used to talk to this man all the fucking time, bro. Like, all the time.
Yeah. Since we mentioned this song a couple times, I just want to ask about it, the song Why He Told.
Right, that's a cold ass song.
That song about you?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Everybody know that. You know, he put it out there. He, you know, made a song about it. It's hot. You know what I'm saying?
It's a real thought out, wrote out song. Like, you could tell he was in his feelings about
Yeah, he was
song.
hurt. He was in his feelings and shit. And, you know, I was one of the I still am. I was one of the niggas that, you know, he looked up to and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he learned all this shit from me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was teaching them niggas and shit. So, you know, the route that I decided to take and shit like that, he didn't, you know, fuck with it and shit. And it was the easy way for him to get money anyway. So if he go at Wooski and he go at his big brother, you know, he gonna get hot. Everybody know how Von got hot. He got hot by talking about my brother and talking about me.
Yeah, he definitely had a lot of, it's a lot of diss lines about yourself. It's a lot of diss lines about your brother.
Right. So all that shit, everybody want to hear that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who don't want to hear about people that dissing Wooski? You know what I'm saying? And then nigga, who dissing his big brother? You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, of course you gonna get hot off that. And shit, he talented. I'll get to the nigga.
So when you say Why He Told it's a hot song, you sound like you like it. Like, what was your reaction when you first heard it?
It was like, when I first heard it, I heard a little snippet while I was locked up and shit. I'm listening to it and shit. And at first, I ain't hear the whole song. So I'm like, man, that song ain't about me. So I'm like, yeah, he went crazy on that little pod that I heard and shit. And then when I came home and shit, you know what I'm saying? I was just going through it, you know. Basically, I was doing my homework. You know, I've been doing my homework on niggas, the songs, the music, whatever like that. But I had came across the song and shit, and I started listening to it and shit. I was like,
It's
Yeah,
definitely about me, right?
he spazzed on this song. This fucking song definitely about me type shit. You know what I'm saying? So my OG man was listening to it and shit like that. You know, bro was listening to it and shit. And everybody like, yeah, that's a raw ass song. But he talking about your ass. And I ain't get mad like people thought I was gonna get mad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought like I was gonna bug up. I seen all the YouTubes and oh yeah, Big Mike finna come home and be with Wooski and them. He finna be STL. And Big Mike finna come home. Y'all know he a loose cannon. He finna go shoot Parkway up. The Big Mike this, the Big Mike that.
Right.
Like, keep talking about me. Keep saying my name. That's what I want you to do.
Yeah. So, during the time in which you was locked up, there was there was a lot of shit that happened. Obviously,
Right.
9 years. But there's a couple incidents I wanted to get your reactions on. You know, you call home, you find out your little brother has been shot in the head at a funeral.
Right.
Tell us about that.
So my brother used with a little bitch named Tree. You feel me? And like I was in tune with her while I was locked up. You know what I'm saying? You know, she was looking out for me and shit, sending me money and shit like that. But that was my little brother's girl. So I used to be the one that like helped them like mend their relationship and shit. Cause she used to like every time I called her, she like, your brother did this or he ain't treating me right or something like that. So I talk to him like, man, look, bro, this is what you gotta do. This is what you gotta do with a woman, you know what I'm saying? Especially a strong woman that's trying to like help you out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I had called her one day and shit, which was like probably like 2-3 days after it happened, I think.
Okay.
You know? Cause I probably call my mama like once a week or something like that. So I didn't know actually what happened when it happened and shit like that. But I had called her, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, what's going on and shit? And she was like, nothing. She was like dry as hell. And she was like, man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. So I ain't gonna lie, my heart stopped. Like when she was saying that, you know what I'm saying? My heart stopped and shit. And I'm like, man, what the fuck you talking about? And she was like, it's Wooski. I'm like, so you trying to sit up here on the phone and tell me them niggas killed my brother? And she was like, man, he ain't dead, but he in a coma. You know what I'm saying? He got shot in his head. And shit, I just remember this nigga, man, we was in in a child hall, and you know, niggas was talking about that shit or whatever, but dude didn't know who I was or whatever. He sitting at the table and he talking about, man, he talking to another motherfucker. He like, man, yeah, you know, they just called Wooski bitch ass. Yeah, they shot him in his shit. Yeah, I hope that bitch die. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just look at him. And the nigga that was at the table with us and shit was like, you know that's his brother ain't dead. He got the, oh shit, my bad. I just lost my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they had to spray me. They had to shoot the gun. Like, I was literally like trying to kill this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to let that rage out. Like, I ain't want that shit sitting on me. And that was the perfect time to do it. Like, you run your mouth, nigga. Like, close your fucking lips. Like, you ain't even one of his ops, though. You just a nigga who just like to talk about shit in jail. But that shit broke my heart, because low-key, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I thought my brother was finna die. Like, they said he kept having seizures and shit while he was in the coma and shit. And then I remember he was in the coma and shit, and I told my mama, like, put the phone down and shit. And that's why he was in the coma. I swear to God, bro. That's why he was in the coma. I'm like, man, little bro, you need to wake your bitch ass up, man. You need to get back out there, boy. You need to get up. And then I was like, I love you. I swear to God, in the coma, bro. He was in the induced coma. I swear to God, in the coma. He said, I love you too, bitch. That's when I knew my brother was gonna live, boy. I knew he was gonna live. You feel me? And shit, he woke up, went to the little rehab place, learned how to walk again and shit like that and shit. Y'all see the rest.
Yeah. So besides like receiving bad news while you locked up, out of all the time you did But like, what was some of the crazy shit you got into, you know, just from being there?
In jail? Shit, a lot, man. I done stabbed niggas, you know. Division 9, you know, I was on the deck, Whitehead, you know. Damn, that the whole deck scattered me and shit, cause, you know, I was like terrorized and shit. Like, I'm aggressive by nature. That's just in me. I don't know how to not be aggressive, especially if something ain't going my way. Like, I'm always getting aggressive and shit. So, but we on the deck and shit, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, you know, playing crazy and shit on the deck or whatever. I'm locked in my cell. So they like, yeah, wait till bro come out, you know what I'm saying? This Big Mike shit, this came from some hoes on the block, you know what I'm saying? And them jails, they know me as Mike, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they like, man, somebody go pop my mic out the cell. So I come out the cell and shit. So it's a bunch of like GDs and shit over there in the corner and shit huddled up or whatever. And we like, man, I come out, I get right on that. They like, man, my mic, this ain't got shit to do with you. I'm like, it got everything to do with me, nigga. You feel me? So, he like show a little knife and shit like that. You feel me? And he like, shit, it is what it is then. I'm like, it is what it is then. I don't know. When niggas pull out now, they expect you to run. Like, you swing that bitch, I'm gonna grab your arm and I'm gonna disarm you with that motherfucker. Like, I ain't scared of that shit. You gonna have to stab me with that bitch. Or try.
Right.
But, you know, motherfucker was in there and that bitch started going up. He swung the knife. I grabbed him, slammed him on his shit. And then out of nowhere, one of the guys said came up, knocked his ass flat out. The man went to sleep, like
instantly.
Like in a ball, but his ass was in the air. You know the little gay shit them niggas doing in the county right now and shit. That shit they was doing. They pull his pants down and start spitting his ass. That was the wildest shit I ever seen.
Damn, so that shit be happening for real.
Hell yeah, nigga. Like them little niggas doing that shit. But it's really like the generation that's under us though.
Okay.
Like it was like the 18, 19, 20s and 21s. Like get that butt was the thing, you feel me? They wanted to do that shit. Like I ain't never did that shit. Vaughn ain't never did that shit. None of the older circle or none of that. We never did none of that shit. It's always little folks them. That's what they like doing. They feel like if they spit in your ass, they take your manhood. You gotta go check in the PC or you gotta kill somebody. But it's gonna be talked about for the rest of your time, the rest of your life. Because even the female COs and shit, they black in Division 9. So the female COs, you might have been a play ass nigga talking to the female COs. Now she like, boy, watch out. You got your ass spinning. Get the fuck on. You feel me? So, like, it's some wild shit. There was some wild shit going on in that county, man.
What was some keys to survival?
The number one is to always be unpredictable, my nigga.
Okay.
That's the number one. Like, never let nobody figure you out.
Right.
Like, you gotta always, like, do something that's gonna shock them out. Like, oh, that goofy ass nigga crazy as hell. You see what the fuck he just did to do? Ain't that the same nigga he was just sending a commissary for him or something like that? Or that was the same nigga he was just in the bathroom smoking weed with? So, like, you gotta be.
So you talking about you was on a lot of backdoor shit in jail.
Man, I was fucking them niggas up. I'll be kicking it. I'll kick it with an op this day. I'll be kicking it with an op. Yeah, we cool. We'll out the band. You know what I'm saying? Be smoking his whatever, his weed or whatever and shit like that. And then the next day, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm finna knock this bitch ass nigga out. And then I knock him out. Then he like, man, what the fuck? What you on, bro? Get your bitch ass on.
Gang?
You know what I'm saying? Get your bitch ass on. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, one time I backdoored the wrong nigga.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I had a fucking pipe in my cell. You know what I'm saying? A knife in my cell and shit. And shit, he told them people that got me moved off the deck. You feel me? And he from 051, Young Money. His name is Rocky, and I'm putting that bitch out there. But, you know.
So when he told people you had a knife?
A banger in my cell to get me off the deck.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing too much to them niggas over there and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll be in the dice game shooting dice. I'll lose my shit to take my shit back. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
So you a book?
I was on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be unpredictable. You feel me? You gotta let them niggas know, like, you don't know what the fuck I'm finna do next. You know what I'm saying? And me and Lil Bro was on the same deck. Me and Wooski. We was on the same deck with each other. He was right next door to me.
Really? So y'all did jail time together?
Yes.
I
When he
didn't know
was
that.
fighting his attempt, I was in there fighting that murder.
Okay.
He was right next door to me. I woke up one day, I seen him dragging his mattress on the wing. I'm like, yeah, I got a little bro over here now. Like, I ain't gonna say control him, but I can kind of steer him away from all that shit he doing, because he was in there fighting every day in the county and shit too. So I'm trying to help him. Like, bro, you gotta fight that case. You know what I'm saying? Then he started telling me people who was telling on him and shit. And then shit, I linked up with bro and them, and shit, they made them calls and got their case dropped. That's how he got out.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas wrote, they signed out for David or whatever.
So look, speaking of, I'm glad you just said that's how he got out, right? Because I do kind of want you to break this down for us. Can you tell us how did King Von get out? Like, how did he get acquitted of the charges? Because you had recanted your statement?
King Von got acquitted of the charges because of me.
Right. So can you break that down for us, though?
All right. So what the states was on, they wanted him bad. You know what I'm saying? They wanted him bad. They was hearing too much. You know what I'm saying? I was more of the nigga who played silent. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't running to the internet like, yeah. You feel? No, that wasn't me. He was the nigga who ran to the internet. He ran to the internet. Every time something popped off, he ran to the internet. Go pick your homie up.
Like on Twitter.
Or, damn.
Right.
What y'all gonna do about Wu Out the Band? Like,
Right.
I never did none of that shit. So they wanted his ass bad because his name was out there and shit. So, basically, yeah, the states wanted them and shit. And like, we had separate juries. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to go for self-defense. He was trying to go for, I want them. You know what I'm saying? So his jewelry was his jewelry. My jewelry was my jewelry. His jewelry was, he had, you know, some decent little black motherfuckers on there. You know what I'm saying? It's hardly ever rare to see some black people and shit on the jewelry and shit like that. But he had, like, out of that whole 12, he had like probably like 5 of them motherfuckers on the jewelry and shit.
Okay.
So the states like the states basically leaked it, basically said, well, if Wade basically don't go with his self-defense no more, we won't be able to do nothing with King Von. So basically, if I take back me saying, yeah, I did that shit, Wu Out the Band, you know what I'm saying, them niggas shot at me first, they wouldn't be able to do shit with him. You know what I'm saying? So me and him sat down and talked about it and shit, and he was like, man, bro, like, both of us can't be locked up in this bitch. You feel me? This was like at the end, you know what I'm saying? Close to the end. He like, man, we both can't be locked up in this bitch. Like, one of us gotta get out, bro. Like, he like, man, just go ahead, you feel me? Just go ahead, you know what I'm saying? At the time I thought about it, I was like, hell no, bitch. Like, see, f that. But then I thought, well, I was like, man, it is what it is, man. Niggas don't, you know, see what's to it, shit. So I told their ass I ain't want to go with the self-defense no more. They were blue. You feel me? They were like, he ain't going with the self-defense no more, shit. The statement is gone. You know what I'm saying? It's gone. So when he went in there by himself and shit. He came back in and he was like, man, yeah, it's looking good. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm finna go do some time. It is what it is, though. Just go out there and do something with yourself, you feel me? Like, do something with yourself. But I also told his ass to leave my brother alone when he came home, too, though. But, you know, he went in there. He got the not guilty verdict, shit.
Okay, cool. Now, hold on, because I'm still trying to pick it up. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm still trying to figure out how did he get off, but you still had to do some time.
Cause they was looking at me
Because you
like,
had already admitted?
yeah, they was looking at me like, shit, you already done said it already that you shot him. They shot at you first.
Okay.
Shit. This was my jury, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how the jury looked at it like, shit, yeah, he admitted that shit. He said he shot dude and them and shit like that with Walker Dunn. But we don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, it was like a premeditated murder. You know what I'm saying? So I got acquitted of the murder in one of the attempts, but I got charged for the attempt on the nigga Timothy Robinson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the judge knew he was bogus and shit. He could have dropped the charges right then when I put in my retrial motion, but he didn't. He knew it was some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But because of Vaughn getting off, he wanted me bad. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me bad. Told my ass, hell no. That shit dead. Take this 28, go do your time. At first, I felt some type of way, but then after that, I was like, shit, it is what it is. I lived in jail. Like, growing up, I lived in that bitch. Like, I know everything about it. I know how to move, you feel me? And I wasn't fucked up. I wasn't missing no commissary. I got a mama, I got a dad, I got brothers, I got sisters, uncles, aunties, a wife. Shit, I ain't never missed no commissary. I was content with that shit. Until wifey came back into my life and she got the pussy. She got the pussy.
So yeah, so tell us, how did you go from 28 years to 11? Like, you won an appeal.
Right.
Like, your story is so crazy. You feel me? Cause
I didn't think I was gonna win that.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't think I was gonna win that. But it was a chance that I was willing to take, and it was like they could give me the same thing because it ain't nothing but a lesser charge. They could give me the same thing because it's an extended term, bro. It's extended term, so they still can give me the same thing. So it was like, when I put the appeal in and shit, you know, I won because the states conceded to not knowing who actually, out of me and bro, shot that nigga.
Okay. Who shot Malcolm Stuckey?
Not Malcolm Stuckey, because that I when he got acquitted of that murder, I got acquitted of the murder.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
And I got acquitted of the other attempt on the nigga Marquise Robinson.
So now you just fighting like an aggravated
battery with a firearm.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's aggravated battery with a firearm, which is the same thing as the attempt murder. It's a 6 to 30. It's the same thing. I don't know why they just don't call it the
same
murder.
thing, right?
You feel me? So, but shit, in the appeal, you know what I'm saying, I told it, y'all don't know which one of us shot him. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all know, dude shot him. Y'all can't prove that I shot him. Y'all ain't got no hospital records. Y'all ain't got none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a little shot in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see what was going to happen. And I was praying on that shit, bro. You feel me? Because I wanted to get out. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get out, bro. I was like, man, this shit, like, I can't be up in here and my people's out there and then, you know what I'm saying, my brothers getting shot and shit like that. Like, man, that shit was hurting my heart. I'm fighting to get up out this bitch. And my girl out there, you know what I'm saying, single mama struggling and shit, like, what? Now I gotta get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So they sent me back to the county. They granted that shit, but at the same time, not free yet. It's not no guarantee. So when I went back to the county,
so you went from the joint to the county.
To the county.
Okay, so that means you on your way home, right?
No,
okay.
Because the judge, when I go back to the judge, he can still say, all right, they dropped it to aggravated discharge of a firearm. I still can extend the term you, 6 to 30. Go ahead and take that 28 years back, go on about your business. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Or I still gonna have my hopes up and shit. So I was doing the same shit in the county. I came in, beating ass, all that. Like, but it's nothing but shorties in there now. Like, it's no type of structure. The savage life shit is gone. Like, ain't none of that shit no more. But shorty and them like playing, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm older, they shorties, they clicked up. All right, we gonna roll your ass if you do something. So they be playing and shit. So I had to show them niggas like, y'all ass tweaking. And got on that. I went back into the same shit. But I was also still praying though. You know what I'm saying? I was also still fighting. I also was, you know, not giving up. But then towards the resentencing and shit, you know what I'm saying? My lawyer came in there and told me, like, man, shit, the state's attorney asked for a extended term still. I'm like, shit, he finna give me the same 28. Because I was fighting to get from in front of that nigga for a while. Like, I put in 3 different motions to get from in front of him. He shot every last one of them down. And then sent me to another judge, and she shot me down and sent me back to him. Mm. So in my mind, because he had so much hatred towards Vaughn and shit, that he was gonna cluck me again. You know what I'm saying? But then, shit, I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? It was God. You know what I'm saying? I guess he put something in dude's brain. You feel me? Dude was a racist white bro. he put something in dude's brain and shit. My lawyer came back there and told me, like, man, he said he'll give you 11 years at 85% right now. What you gonna do? I said, shit, tell him I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Tell him I'm gone. I had the biggest smile on my face. Tell him I'm gone, bro. You feel me? I went out there, my mama was sitting out there and shit, and my mama was just like, 11 years. She like, you gotta do one more. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do one more. Come on. You feel me? But I ain't never believed that I was gonna come on. Shit, I wasn't looking forward to it or none of that. It's the other motherfuckers to put that belief in me, though. You know?
Yeah.
I was content with what I was doing. I was in there eating good, smoking weed, all that shit. So it is what it is.
Hey, so after spending so much time in jail, would you say you institutionalized?
At first, when I first came home, I was institutionalized and shit. You feel me? I was like, how like we set up our hygiene and shit a certain way and shit like that. Like we be neat with it in the joint and shit. You got this little shelf and you setting up all your shit, putting all your shit in there and shit. And when I came home, I was getting all my little body washes and deodorants and shit. And I was like putting them neatly on the shelf and shit. And my daddy was like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing, boy? Shit, you know, I'm used to being in the joint, shit. You know what I'm saying? Every day I wake up, I make the bed.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing in the joint. I make the bed. As soon as I get out the bed, I make the bed. You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to do that anyway in life, period.
Yeah, but you know, as a kid, I wasn't taught to make that motherfucker up. I ain't get over about that bed, but I did come home with some institutionalized ways. But like I got out of that quick, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got out of that shit quick. Like now I'm with how the world moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm with how the world moving. And I'm more in tune with what's going on out here and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And shit. I'm just taking advantage of every situation, bro.
For sure.
Like every situation I'm taking advantage of.
For
If
sure.
it's gonna give me some bread, bro, I'm taking advantage of it. Because I'm out here trying to feed my people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wifey tell me all the time, like, you always doing shit for other people. Like, you gotta think about yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
I told her, like, you know, I really don't be worried about me. You feel me? I
Right.
know, you know what I'm saying? Whatever come is gonna come. But as long as my people straight, like, I don't get no fuck.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's like a mindset I always have. I mean, she trying to get me to get out that mindset.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to get out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I've been
That's a
doing,
provider mindset.
yeah, I've been doing shit for other people my whole life.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? If I fuck with you hard and you call me like, man, bro, I need you, bro. These niggas over here on there with me. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna handle that business. I don't be doing shit for myself. I'm starting to get into the groove of it though. You know what I'm saying? Buying shit for myself instead of buying shit for everybody and shit like that.
Right.
Like, I came home to some money off, you know, I had money on my books when I left. Because all the shit I was doing up in there. And shit, I was giving that shit away though. Giving that shit away. Fresh out, I'm giving away money.
Right. Right.
Why? It's just in me. It's like, you ain't even gotta ask. So I'll be like, man, you got some money? Nope. Hell. Like, that's what I do for my people, for my family and shit. Like,
And that's how you keep your blessings.
yeah, I know they'll do it for me.
Right.
Shit. They been doing it for me. I wasn't locked up in there, had all that money on my books because of me. That was because of them. Shit. They made sure I was straight. Even when I used to tell wifey, like, man, bro, you just sent me like $500, bro. Stop sending money. I wake up the next day, I get mail that's $100. Like, man, I just told this girl don't send that shit, but she still gonna send that shit. Don't listen to me.
Yeah.
You feel?
And shout out to Wifey though. I do want you to tell us like the importance of having a black queen in your corner when you're going through situations like that.
And my mama told me behind every strong black man is an even stronger black woman.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And I started to understand. I never understood what she was talking about because I didn't give a fuck about these bitches.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was fucking them and I'm going to the next. You know what I'm saying? But it take like a certain person to come and like not take no shit from you, like don't let you do what you want to do to her, and she actually providing advice instead of worry about other shit. Like, nah, bro, you need to do this, like all that, do this, do that, do this. And when you sit back and think about it, you like, damn, like she giving me like some real jewels around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And like she put a lot of shit in my brain. I mean, we done been through a lot of shit. Feel me, in our relationship or whatever, but you know, Like she always like was there. Like even if we are like break up, she always got this in. Even if I tell you we done, you still my man type shit.
Yeah.
So she loves saying that shit.
That's what's up.
She loves saying that shit, but shit, it's important to have that. It's important to have a strong black woman in your corner. Like we men, we feel like we can do everything. We feel like we got it all figured out and shit, but we don't.
Right.
We don't. You know what I'm saying? We think we do, but if you got that backbone, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I can fall right now, but I ain't gonna hit the floor. I can fall right now, but I ain't gonna hit the floor because I know she does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if she fall right now, she knows she ain't gonna hit the floor because I'm not. So like, it's very important to have a black queen by your side and shit, bro, because like they always gonna be there. They always gonna be there,
For sure.
especially if they real. Now the fake bitches, if you got a lot of money and shit, the fake bitches, like you gonna know who fuck with you when you down bad, when you flat. Them gonna be the ones you know, like, all right, okay, cool. That's my people right there. Like, I had all that time. She was still there. Didn't know I was coming home at all. She was still there.
For sure. That's what's up, man. Shout out to her for sure. So, now, you know, we talk about the 9 years. We talk about all, you know, it's a lot of different things that happen, you know. In 2020, November 2020, King Von had passed away.
Right.
I was King Von DJ at the time, right?
You know I did my homework. I knew that nigga.
Yeah. So we had an album release party for his album, Welcome to O Block.
Right.
Down in Atlanta, Georgia. The event, it was all right. Afterwards, they end up going to another club to celebrate Boss Top birthday.
Right.
So Von was actually killed at like an after party. You know what I'm saying? How did you receive that news?
I mean, when I first heard it, I didn't believe it because niggas in jail, they make up stories, bro. Like, you will hear some shit and it be like false information. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just like to have something to talk about in jail. Niggas just be lying for no reason, bro. But when I heard it, a nigga from out west had told me and shit, and I was like, man, your ass flies. So I got on the phone, and he was like, yeah. Got caught up in the A. So as time went on, shit, I was getting bits of information and figuring out and shit, and ultimately I had, you know, put the whole story together or whatever, or what happened and shit. And that, you know, that shit be sad. You know what I'm saying? That shit be sad. Niggas losing their life over goofy shit, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying? You came home from up on all that drama. You came home, you put your, you know, you put the block on, you put your family on, now your people good. And then you lose your life to some goofy ass shit. Like, come on, man. That shit, it be crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? It be the toughest niggas that be, you know, getting taken out by some, you know, some fucking fluky. You know what I'm saying? Be the toughest niggas, the niggas who really got them names and shit, the niggas that's really on something, and then putting other niggas' names on, because now you done just let this nigga kill you. Well, he ain't let the nigga kill him. Them niggas ran and left him there. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all left the man. Y'all took off running and left that man there. You know what I'm saying? When this was y'all bread and butter, like, when them shots started going off, the first thing one of y'all supposed to did was wrap y'all body around that man. Wrap y'all body around that man, get him up out of there, man. First thing smoking. Like, get him up out of there, grab him. Fuck dude, man. That's petty ass, goofy ass shit, internet shit. Like, grab him, throw him in the car, let's go. But they let that shit play out, and then on the video, you can see niggas running and shit. You know what I'm saying? While him and Slutty and them sitting there, him and Slutty and Moo-Wop sitting there fighting, the other niggas gone. You feel me? Running, poking their head out the hookah lounge and then going back in. You feel me? Because they bitches, they hoes, they scared. You know what I'm saying? But how you gonna be scared when that's the man that got all the money? You feel me? Now he gone. Ain't no money over there. Now y'all broke. Y'all scratching. Y'all itching for something else. Y'all looking for something to do. Now y'all want to do interviews and all this shit. Y'all trying to figure out a way to get some money. Cause ain't no money coming up out that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't leaving no money to y'all. All that money going to his kids and his mama now. So now y'all gotta figure out what y'all gonna do. But y'all did that to y'allself because y'all let that nigga die. Y'all could have saved his life that day. Y'all scared to speak up, scared to tell his ass like, man, dude, let's go, type shit. Y'all was scared. And then y'all let Slutty die out there, y'all let Von die out there, y'all let Louis get shot. And the rest of y'all niggas run and hide behind cars and shit like that. Bitches.
Yeah, pretty much how the night played out for sure. So you say Von's death actually helped in you winning your appeal?
It kind of did because I feel like it did because I feel like the judge ain't had no more hatred towards me. You know what I'm saying? Because my judge, he had that hatred towards that nigga, bro.
Right.
He hated him, bro. You could tell, like, that man's face used to turn red, like pink shit. He hated Von, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like, and then the states want too much on me because they were like, the judge even said it in court, bro. I don't know if they got that on there. The judge even said it in court. He was like, man, you heard about what happened to your co-defendant, right?
Hey, so look, what you telling us, like, how bad the judge hated him, would you say that's the reason why, like, they not getting charged for killing King Von? Like, no one's getting charged for that shit.
Nah, the reason ain't nobody getting charged with that shit is because that's, like, cutting clear. Like, the police was out there shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They say Shorty was shooting.
Right.
Don't nobody know if dude Shorty killed him
Or the police
killed him.
Right. According to evidence.
According to what they say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course they gonna cover for their police, you feel me? So in my mind, they felt like shit, the police really killed him and they didn't want to have no investigation, nothing like that. All right, this is what we gonna do. We gonna go ahead and let dude go. We can't charge him with nothing, shit. We don't know if he the one killed dude or not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how he got off. I don't think because of no self-defense type shit because nothing going on with him, really.
Right.
It was with the nigga, Quando. Like, he was the one getting whooped and shit. Yeah. Dude was just there helping his homie. So, it really ain't self-defense with him.
Mm-hmm.
Juan ain't whoop your ass, he whoop dude that.
Yeah.
He was helping his homie though, like, shit. You know, it's speculations that dude did it and the speculations that the police did. Don't nobody know who the fuck did it.
The situation became a blessing in disguise for yourself because now you're able to breathe some fresh air and sit down and tell us about it.
Yeah, because, man, that box, man, it's like 24 hours a day in that motherfucker.
That box ain't shit in there but a steel sink in the toilet.
And it make you think all day about everything. What if I do this? What if I do that? Make you think about when you were like 15, like what would you do different and shit like that in order not to like be in this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, you spend some time in that box, you think about everything and everybody.
Everything and everybody, man. Like you be worried about motherfuckers and shit. Like that's when it all come in that like you worry about people all the time. Like I worry about my brothers every day.
Yeah. You lost one of your brothers when you was locked up too.
Yeah, in April, you know.
April of this year, right?
He died for some shit that ain't had nothing to do with him, you feel me? And, you know, being in the streets, a lot of people die for shit that ain't had nothing to do with them. But, you know, bro, I'm just happy the last words I spoke to little bro was that I love him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He was thirsty for me to come home. He was ready because he knew I was finna come home and just get straight to chasing money, you feel me? He knew I was trying to come home, put my peoples on, you feel me? Put my mama up somewhere in the crib, you know? And we used to talk about that shit all the time. You know, he used to be going to the studio in Cali and shit, trying to do his little rap thing or whatever and shit like that. I know y'all been seeing him in the interviews or whatever with Woo-Wop and shit. But, yeah, that shit hurted, bro. Like, I couldn't even breathe when I heard that shit. Like, everything stopped. Like, I don't even cry in front of niggas, bro. I was crying in front of them that a whole day. And then lied to wifey and told I ain't cry. Because she be on some bullshit with, but Yeah, you know, I cried in front of the whole deck and shit. Cause I ain't find out cause of my mom, and then I found out cause, you know, internal affairs in the joint had called me over there and shit and was like, was Lowski your brother? And I'm like, what you mean? Was my brother. That is my brother.
Right.
And it was like, man, sorry to cheer you, you know what I'm saying? He passed away. And I was just like, what? And I spent out. I went back to the deck. I called my mama. And she was just telling me, like, yeah, some shit. And it had nothing to do with him. And he ended up getting shot in the neck and somewhere else and shit. And I just broke down, you know what I'm saying, in front of everybody. Like, you know, people were shocked to see that, but that's my blood, you feel me? It ain't like we even grew up with separate mamas and shit. We grew up in the same crib.
Mm-hmm.
It hurted, bro. You feel me? It still hurts to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like, damn, like I was just talking to you, nigga. Like I ain't never gonna be healed from that. You know what I'm saying? I can always move on, but I feel like it's a difference between moving on and being healed.
Right.
Like being healed is like you just settled, you done with it. You like, all right, I'm accepting it. I ain't accepting shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was my brother. He lost his life for some shit that ain't had nothing to do with him. Like that shit hurt, bro. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then it make you want to like put yourself in his shoes and walk through that moment when he was laying there holding on his neck, trying to keep the blood from, you know what I'm saying? When he laying there just dying, bro. And the simple thought that I'm his big brother and I wasn't even up. So all that shit be weighing on my mind. All my little brothers been shot though.
Have you ever been shot?
Hell no.
Okay.
I shoot first.
So your mama got 5 boys?
5 boys, 1 girl.
And
but
4?
my other little brother, he ain't in the streets. Like, you will never see him. You ain't never gonna see him on the internet. None of that type of goofy ass shit.
He must be the baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
he ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? He got a different mind state. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of that nigga. He way smarter than us. Way smarter than us. All he talk about doing is getting rich, owning his own business and shit. We won't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
Him and my sister, them the best kids my mama got. You feel me? I mean, all of us her best kids, let her tell it, but me, Wooski, J Shooter, and Lowski, we all like them. We her kids that's gonna come get you.
Right.
You feel me? So,
All right. So, you know, nowadays in Chicago, brother, you know, it's the murder trial going on with FBG Duck and O Block. What's your thoughts on the current situation?
and freedom niggas, man. Freedom niggas, man. Like, I understand, you feel me, but like, I don't, that shit, like, y'all talking about 55 years, life, and the death penalty and shit like that. Like, they trying to make a statement with niggas and they trying to use bro them because our name like the biggest in the city to cluck them to think it's gonna deter these shorties from out here from doing what they do when it's not. It's not. Y'all trying to use them. That shit ain't finna work. Shorty and them still finna be doing them. Y'all just finna make them think smarter. That's it, that's all. People still gonna die in Chicago. This motherfucker people been dying since Al Capone. You know what I'm saying? So, but free them niggas, man. Especially my homie C Murder, man. Like, no, free them boys, man. You feel me? I shout out to, you know, Duck Mama. She grieving about her son and shit. Shout out to bro mama and shit, but free them niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So can you tell us, like, all in all, with all that you done been through and all that, you know, what's going on currently in 2023, right?
Right.
What's the biggest life lesson you've learned, whether it was outside or on the inside? But what you think would be the biggest thing you done learned?
Biggest thing I learned was when people show you who they are, believe them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And my grandma used to tell me that all the time, but I just used to look at her and like, man, get your life. You're a Christian, watch out, man. But that's like for real though. Once you show me that you will rob me or something like that. But that's who you is. That's who you is. You feel me? Just believe that shit. Like people be thinking because you different, like you feel like you different. Like he ain't gonna do that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do that shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just believe who people is, bro. Like another thing is though, like the biggest life lesson is to live for my family. You feel me? Another one is to live for my family. Cause like I used to be living for all type of other motherfuckers. I used to put people before my family. Like, feel me? I sit up here and tell my little brother, hell no, bitch, I ain't give you shit. And then when I get to the block and one of these niggas ask me for something, I give it to him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, live for y'all people, bro. Like, that's what y'all supposed to be doing it for. Rappers, sing, any motherfucking body. When you out here and you trying to get this money and shit, you supposed to be doing it to try to feed your people, bro. That's what I'm doing this shit for.
Mm-hmm.
Money that I be getting from doing shit, I don't be really doing shit for myself. I do a little something. But I pass that money out, man. I get that shit away.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on snitching, right? Because we grew up in a time era where it say snitches get stitches and no snitching, you know. But lately in the internet world, the snitches been getting passes.
That's because the situation with the snitches now is majority of the snitches be like overkillers. You feel me? And the niggas who basically yapping behind his back is bitches. You feel me? But a nigga who snitching on the motherfucker is a nigga who done got the nigga locked up behind bars. Like, he behind bars, he ain't coming home, or he done got 30 years, or he got 20 years, he done got 10 years, he done got 5, 2. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got up on there, raised your hand, and shit, told the jury, and a nigga went to jail, and you went home, and that's what niggas be doing nowadays. But that's what's being taught to these little niggas, though. If I go shoot one of them niggas, they gonna tell on me. That's just how the world works today. I see these fucking YouTube videos where, you know, all these niggas making it seem like it's cool and shit. It ain't cool, bro. Deep down inside, that shit gonna hurt your soul once you realize what you did, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, niggas gotta stay away from that shit. Feel me? But these shorties, they ain't gonna listen to us, though. These shorties, they gonna do them. That judge tell that shorty, you telling me a 19-year-old gonna go in that courtroom, and that judge tell him, and he looking at 50, 60, 70, 80 years, that he ain't finna tell on this nigga. He gonna tell on his ass and go home and go somewhere else. Like, and when he with the next niggas, shit, he ain't tell on nothing.
They don't know nothing about it.
You feel me? He ain't tell on nothing. Shit. We don't get no.
Yeah.
That's just how the streets work now. It's different nowadays, so, you know. It is what it is, though. You just gotta learn how to adapt. You move around and you do you.
Yeah. You definitely seem content with yourself, so you never like, do you ever regret, you know what I'm saying, speaking upon
I never regret making my self-defense statement because I felt like it was helping me. You feel me? So I never regretted shit. Like, I never looked back on it and said, if I'd have did this, no. Because I would have looked back on it and said I would have did this, I would have been doing 100 more years. Both our ass would have been doing 100 years. And people was trying to give us 71. Plus some other shit. We would have had 100 years. Y'all wouldn't know who King Von was today.
Yeah.
You would have never knew.
Man. This shit crazy because you out now, right?
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, like I said, I used to be the DJ, right? So just looking at how Von's career was as a rapper and how big he got. Von got big really based upon his story.
Right.
Granted, his music was good, but it was the story that was, you know what I'm saying, drawing people in.
Right.
You feel me? And now, you know, a few years later, his rap, he out of jail. And, you know, the interviews it's just as big as the songs nowadays.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like this the new wave right now.
Right.
And now you telling your story. And I can see you being just as big. You feel me?
Oh, it's finna happen. I got shit on the way, you know. Music coming out and shit like that. So, you know, that's what I'm really focused on and shit like that. Like writing book, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of shit that I'm trying to do. Like I need to eat, my people need to eat. Like we ain't stopping. I want everything. I'm coming for everything, you know what I'm saying? So that's my mindset. Like I know if I, you know, put my mind to it, I'm gonna be able to do it. This shit easy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas don't understand how easy this is to just sit in the crib and listen to a beat and come up with some music and put it out.
Oh,
like,
so you plan to become a rapper?
Come on, man. That shit happening, bro.
Okay.
Like it's already in the works. Like this motherfucking video, this interview gonna drop, and then like a week or two later, my song gonna drop.
Okay. Now let's talk about that real quick, right? How do you think the masses are going to be receptive of music from the guy that told on King Von? Because you know they crazy about Von.
Well, they gonna love that shit. They gonna be listening to it. They gonna love it. Cause I'm gonna be talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? As the guy who told on King Von. You feel me?
Right.
I'm gonna be talking my shit. And I'm gonna keep people intrigued. Like I know how to wheel people in. Check it out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Check it out. Come listen to this shit. Hey, you on YouTube listening to my shit. I got 50 million views now because y'all want to know what's going on, who I'm talking about. And now I got 50 million views. YouTube sending me checks and shit.
Man, you know all the interview platforms gonna be calling your phone now. What made you come get your exclusive to DJUTV before you took it to everybody else?
I'm bringing this shit to my city first.
So.
You feel me? I bring it to shit to my city first. Why would I go put on these niggas in LA and all of them and all that when I could come right here to my city, you feel me? To the hottest platform in Chicago. Like, what the fuck I look like? It's still my city.
What's up?
I'm gonna go to LA or Atlanta or something like that, New York or something, and put them niggas on, knowing this shit finna be hot. Like, man, nigga, that shit dead. I'll holler at y'all after I'm done with my city, nigga. I'm gonna go holler at DJU, we gonna put something together, we gonna get this shit together. Yeah. That's what we on, you feel me? Man, that's why I did it.
I definitely appreciate it. You know, like I told you, when y'all first reached out, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was a fan or somebody.
You thought I was playing with you feel me? But I did my homework on you first, you feel me? So I already knew.
I'm like, yeah. We got Big Mike in this motherfucker. Hold on now. It's Christmas around this motherfucker for real.
Yeah, you know, I heard, you know, my people's hollering at you and shit. Cause I was really still playing, you know, the background and shit like that, trying to feel shit out and shit. So I had my people calling you and shit, my blood. And had him, you know, let's put a little plays together and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we like, shit. He like, where you trying to go first? I'm like, shit, nigga, we gotta go to the city. We gotta go to the city. Yeah. You know, you got to dropping a few names to me of niggas who do this shit and shit like that. I was like, nah, we going to the city, folks. Feel me? So that's why we came to the city, shit.
That's what's up.
I'm putting the nigga on for my city first.
For sure.
I'll go holler at them other niggas later.
Yeah, they finna be calling, man.
I already know. I'll holler at their ass later, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So in closing, man, you got a message to the youth that's watching. So I'll be more specific. I mean, like the young niggas that's running around reckless. They just bad as hell. You know what I'm saying? They don't know if they keep on fucking around, they're gonna find out that they can be locked up for 10, 11, maybe 28 years.
Right. Hell yeah. This all I'm gonna tell them, like, I understand that y'all listening to this music and shit, and y'all think that, you know, the shit that we was doing is like cool, like shooting people and having your name hot and having all the females and shit like that. But bro, I'm telling you, once you get in that jail, bro, all that shit goes out the window. Ain't nobody gonna be thinking about you no more when you go to jail, nigga. The motherfuckers who start sending you that bread or start with you, I mean, shit, that still with you basically, you know what I'm saying, while you locked up and shit, them gonna be the motherfuckers that you know that had your back. Your homie them, a lot of them niggas gonna dip and you never gonna hear from them no more. You gonna be calling asking for money, bro. You gonna be calling asking for money. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, send me the app. Never come. You call. Don't answer now. Y'all ass, man, just go to school, bro. Like, Bro, you gonna get way more out of life. You go to school. Just go to school, bro. Become a football player, basketball player or something. You know what I'm saying? You could be a rapper, but you ain't gotta be out here in this shit and still rap. Like, because a lot of niggas who talk about the shit they doing and they raps not doing it. They just talking about it, bro. You could talk about it, but stay your ass on the motherfucking porch, bro. Cause once you come into the streets, you in that bitch forever. You in that bitch forever. Cause once you do something to one month, ain't nobody gonna forget about what the fuck you did to them, bro. Stay y'all ass in school, man. Get y'all education, bro. Doctors, lawyers and shit, bro. Like this gangster shit ain't what it is, boy. You gonna go to that county, you ain't got no gun no more, and half of you little shorties is bitches. So when you go to the county, you can't fight because you never fought before. You always used to shoot a gun. And you go be in that bitch getting your ass whooped every day. Every day. Like, stay out the way, man. This shit ain't, it ain't all of what it's cracked up to be. Just do you, man. Just be who you is. Like, don't let these niggas influence y'all into being somebody, getting yourself killed or going to jail, bro. Y'all kids, man. Y'all got a chance. The shit we was doing it because we thought we ain't had no choice. But this new generation, y'all motherfuckers know y'all got a choice, bro. It's all these iPads and these smartphones and shit y'all got out here and shit. Y'all see the world now. Y'all see basketball players, what football players make. Football players, they still got bling, iced out teeth and shit like that. They still thugging, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So like, man, just stay y'all ass on the porch, man. Do something with y'all life, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't, you don't want to do this. I look over my shoulder every day, all day. Every day, all day. I ride with my head on the swivel. It don't matter where I'm at. Atlanta, New York, Miami. My head always turning. And it's going to forever be like that. You want to live like that? Hell no. You sitting in the crib with the gun under your pillow with your finger on the trigger waiting on somebody to kick the door in or something to come get you. You want to live like that? Sit y'all little ass down, man. This ain't worth it. Get out of there.
That's paranoia at its finest, ain't it?
Exactly. Coming from this city and doing all this shit, they come with it. You feel me? You at a gas station, you like this. Hand on the trigger. And you gotta live like that for the rest of your life. Because just because you get older, don't mean niggas forgot. Yeah. They still gonna try to come get you. Unless you go hide.
For your own mental health sake, do you feel like you may be traumatized, and are you open to therapy? If
Man,
so.
I'm traumatized from life, nigga. I'm traumatized from all the shit I've been through watching, you feel me? I don't got one brother that's dead. I got two brothers that's dead.
Okay.
You feel me? My sister died. You know what I'm saying? I got shit. Like, I'm traumatized from life, bro. From all the shit I came up through, watching my mama go through the shit she went through, watching my sister, my brothers, everything that we've been going through is like sitting right here. It's sitting right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I'm traumatized. PTSD, all that shit. ADHD, everything. You feel me? Like, it's all here. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about no therapy.
Okay.
I don't know about no therapy, big dog. I just, I just chill and talk it out.
Okay.
You feel me? I can find a therapist in my lady.
Right.
I can sit there and talk to her about that shit and get it off my chest.
Right.
Feel me? It's still gonna be sitting there, but I can talk to her about it and got her little feedback or whatever. Or I talk to my daddy about it. I talk to my mama about it. My sister, my brother, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The grandma, auntie, or something. Yeah. You feel me? I can get that shit on them could be my therapist, you feel me? It ain't none that therapist gonna tell me that your family can't tell you, bro. It's crazy our family been telling us this shit when we was little, bro. You keep doing this, your ass gonna go to jail. You keep doing this, your ass gonna go to jail. You keep doing this, your ass gonna die. You keep doing this, your ass gonna die. You gonna end up dead. You gonna end up dead or in jail. I'm pretty sure every street nigga that heard that from a grandma, a mama, something. Every nigga that was out there getting wild. Yeah. They been telling us. Just listen to them. That's all we gotta do is just listen to them, bro. They ain't telling us nothing wrong.
Who would you say is the Big Mike, top 5 drill rappers of all time.
You gonna make me do this?
Cause I ain't asked you about Lil Durk at all. You know, Durk be hella dissing your brother.
I already know, man. I ain't even go speak on dude though. You feel? But you already know. You know my little brother on the top. You feel? I'm gonna put little bro on the top. Even though like ain't shit been dropping, like he finna start dropping that shit though. Like, but little bro, even though I gotta get it to Dirk though. You feel?
Okay.
I gotta get it to Dirk. You know what I'm saying? Like he got the streets. You feel?
Right.
Like on the drill shit and shit. You know what I'm saying? Tay just came home. He doing his thing on the
Tay
drill.
Savage?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tay Savage. He just came home. He doing this thing on the drill route. You know what I'm saying? You already know Vaughn up in that. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that you will listen to one of them songs, Demon or something like that, and tell me you ain't ready to go kill somebody if you one of them niggas who in that shit. And then, you know, Herb. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Them it.
Okay. So you from O Block and Chief Keef ain't make your list.
Because he got a different style to rap than I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I left in 2009, I came home in 2014, I listened to his music. It wasn't something that I could like vibe with like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that I'd be like, damn, I'd be in my car just banging. Now he got songs that give me that feeling, but it ain't there for me. The nigga cold in his own way though.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? He the one put us on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he put the rack on. Shit.
He did.
He put the rack on, shit. Everybody else trying to take credit for what he did that shit.
Well, man, I think we just recorded us an instant classic. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't
You
even
know
got
that.
to rewind it, but you gonna want to rewind it because it was so much. You know what I mean? It was so much.
Oh, you know that, man. I had to come do it with DJU, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
You know,
hard.
I had to come do it with DJU, you feel me? Because I want to bring shit back to my city, man. We losing money.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
get this shit together.
Man, but I know them white kids that's all across the country, they on Chiracology right now. They finna be crazy.
You know they
got
finna
them
be
big-
watching.
Bro, they got them a Big Mike interview, bro.
You know they finna be watching.
This their Christmas gift.
You know they finna be watching. And they can hit me up on my Instagram, Big Mike _ most hated _ You feel me? Like music, all that shit finna start coming out, you know? So be in tune, be watching, be listening.
Man, there y'all have it, man. Big Mike, DJUTV. Hey, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to Royalty Productions.
Yes, sir.
Big Mike, welcome home, man.
Appreciate it.
Man, you got a crazy story, man. No pun intended, but you got a crazy